began to carve out time to capture their memories. However, opportunities to do so always seemed elusive, and not being professional historians or writers, we despaired that we didn't have the resources to do the stories justice. Marilyn A. contacted Black faculty to see if there was a current history major who might tackle the task as a research project. 5 years later, with the support of the college's then president, Rebecca Chopp, and Dr. Allison Dorsey, a history professor and then chair of the Black Studies program, the college mobilized resources to offer a one-time course entitled Black Liberation 1969. For their rigorous historical research in the events surrounding the crisis, students reached out to us and our contemporaries for photographs, artifacts, and interviews, and digitized the materials for permanent online access. President Chopp's support of that research and her formal invitation to return to campus deeply moved us. We had lived to see Swarthmore College acknowledge that what we had done had been a gift to the institution, exactly as we had conceived our actions to be, despite all the negative press to the contrary at the time. As the college honors its 150th anniversary, or sesquicentennial, we seek to examine our history critically and with self-reflection. To specifically examine events at Swarthmore in 1969 that led to the creation of the Black Cultural Center, the formation of Black Studies at Swarthmore, and ultimately to a much more vibrant, diverse, and inclusive campus environment. Your involvement at this pivotal juncture in the college's history is a critical part. Your story has not been documented formally, even though it is important to anyone who truly wants to understand how the civil rights movement was reflected on Swarthmore's campus. Your activism paved the way for generations of students who now enjoy the fruits of your labor and who continue to carry your torch. Because your story is so important to our understanding of Swarthmore's history, I write to invite you to come to campus Garnet Homecoming and Family Weekend. Your story will be stored in McCabe Library so that your legacies are forever a part of Swarthmore's narrative. I hope you will consider this invitation and the powerful impact your presence would have for our students and all of us here at the college. In the 2014 sesquicentennial anniversary celebration, a chapter of the book published for the occasion, Crisis and Change, begins with this statement. Institutions can seldom identify a specific moment when they change direction, but it's arguable that the Swarthmore College we see today, rigorous, creative, accessible, diverse, and committed to civic and social responsibility, issued from the 8-day crisis that rocked the institution in January 1969. Seeing the college acknowledge that the 8-day crisis was central to the college we see today, and knowing that the 8 of us were at the heart of it, were key catalysts for us getting more serious to record our memories of it. We knew that we had a story to tell, and we had seen prior attempts by others that focused on the crisis as it impacted the college, but did not adequately explore our motivations and actions. In individual and group dialogue with the young researchers, we made it clear that Quaker values were, implicitly or explicitly, a key factor in choosing Swarthmore for our education. Academic rigor was another key factor. We were not afraid of a challenge. We had not, however, expected that head-on confrontation with the college administration would be the major challenge that it proved to be. Unbeknownst to us, the college was considerably reluctant to accept many of us. Some institutional leaders had expressed concern that we would not and perhaps could not perform up to their standards. Through our actions during the development of SAS, we challenged the administration as equals. In the end, we demonstrated not only that students of color could be the equals of white students, but that we even had something to teach the adults. The strong interest of the current generation of students in understanding how and why we were able to do what we did made it clear that we needed to spend time getting back in touch with our youthful selves and reconnecting with the history we had created. When and how to do this? Marilyn H. suggested we meet in Panama, so Bridget could join us.